This is Mark and Charity's Coffee Podcast.
Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast, final day of August 31st. New rule.
What's the rule?
Allowed to vote in Throwback Thursday.
Sure he is.
Doesn't count.
Sure it is. You have sound effects. I have a husband that votes for me.
We're not really sure. How's that level out?
I think you're still ahead, to be honest. I don't have access to the
I'm
production abilities that you do. I have to sit here and just go with whatever you play. You get to surprise me with your surprise button and all the other little gadgets over there. So if my husband wants to vote for me on Throwback, he can vote for me on Throwback.
I was today old before I realized that you really resent where I sit on this show.
Sometimes I do. Do you know how many times I want to, quote unquote, surprise you with sound effects and noises and music? And I can't because I don't have the capabilities of production on this side of this stupid little piece of plexiglass.
Pandemic ruined everything.
Yeah, that's what you focus on, the plexiglass.
because you knocked down. We should get you some sound effects then. We should get you a board.
It would be nice. Other than the heavy sigh that I let out,
right.
that is audible sometimes to the listeners. Like you can't see my facial expressions, which in themselves should be able to add a lot or could add a lot to the show.
So very true.
Yeah, see, I don't have those. I don't have the button that you hit. Exactly. I don't have that. I don't have September month to hit whatever I want.
Oh, I didn't know how much you resented
or the
that.
what? That's why I have to do it because I can't hit the button.
Okay. All right then.
It's been an interesting morning.
It has been.
I didn't realize I was so punchy. I think it's the third cup of coffee that I am now on that's making me maybe a little bit punchy. You've been punchy all morning.
I have not been.
Yes, you
think
have.
You're just catching on.
No, because I know that you didn't get a lot of sleep last night. And on those mornings, on those Wednesdays that you don't, I know that you're punchy. And I love it. I do. I love it when you're like this. It's just trying to keep up.
Because there were no birthdays today. There were no local birthdays.
Local birthdays. No, we didn't have any local birthdays.
So maybe perhaps going on the air and saying, if you know somebody who's celebrating a birthday today and you didn't bother to share your horrible friend.
Yeah, you were angry.
Wasn't the best thing to do.
That's not where it started, though.
But
you
that's
started
not even the worst
way
thing I did
before
today.
that. I know, but it wasn't the worst thing. You started before birthdays, and the 7 o'clock, was it the 7 o'clock hour we kicked off? That was probably the worst. Where we lost it. Like I say the worst. It wasn't that it was bad.
Yeah.
I forget what we were talking about off air. It was something to do with coming up this month.
The pumpkin spice and...
You got me laughing. Oh my gosh. It was so ridiculous, the thing we were talking about. And I can't remember what it was now.
I don't even remember.
It was something it was the Monday morning Mr. Years.
Mr. Years, right.
Because you and I both have our wedding anniversary in September to our significant other.
Not each other.
No. And
yet
we were talking, and it both, it both falls, yours falls on a Monday, and mine falls on a Monday.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
So we were coming.
Not really, because you were married on a Saturday, and I was married on a Saturday, so I suppose that could be. Well, no, but it's not the same year. So
what?
Wait a minute.
Yes, we were both married on, that's typically the day people get married on, is Saturday. But this year... They both fall on Mondays.
On Mondays, weird.
It is weird.
Right.
So our Monday morning mystery year was based on those years.
Right.
And we were talking about my Monday, my year, what we were going to use.
Which had something to do with me, so I was going to make me.
Mark's humor. I do. So yes, the news story that you were going to use sent me over the edge. It was going to be about you. And we were talking about the whole bit. And then we had to turn our mics on. And it's hard sometimes to pull back.
Now what do we do?
From those moments to go on the air live.
Keep it together. Be a professional.
I know. It was not very professional, that moment, and I apologize to the listeners and to you because I couldn't bring it back. It was, and I don't like doing those inside jokes.
Yeah.
I don't like doing that on air,
I.
and I couldn't help myself there. So
which is why I kind of like the podcast, because we'll tell you why and stuff.
Should we go into the specific why it was so funny, why it did? Because it was...
I don't want to give away the year,
Okay, then we won't.
Because it would give away the year.
Okay, we won't. You have to wait. Our anniversary is the end of September, so the last Monday in September, tune in, and you'll find out why.
We already have the song, the movie, and now the news story.
About Mark.
Which will be... It's pretty funny. that we did that on your wedding anniversary.
Yeah, when you said it, and that's what got it going, because I think it was like, haha, wouldn't that be funny to do? And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, it would be funny to do. And then we could take it here and we could go, and that's what got the ball rolling. And it was very hard not to stop the ball from rolling.
And then I told listeners off for not sharing birthdays. That's how you get to be the number 4 morning show in a 5-station market, everybody.
It's interesting.
Lowest rated podcast in Canada.
It's been an interesting morning. I think we both need to get some sleep, and I need to lay off the caffeine maybe.
Okay, so first things first, though, we want to hand out some gas cards. So we're playing the phrase that pays at the pump starting on Tuesday. This is going to be
a gong show next week. I have a feeling the next couple. It's going to be great.
Oh yeah, it's going to be so much fun.
But even as we've seen with the texting, even when we give very specific instructions, it doesn't go.
Doesn't go.
And that's part of the fun, and it's going to be awesome.
So you register on our website. So let's make this clear. Number 1, you're doing this of your own volition, listener. Go to 955hitsfm.ca and then click on phrase that pays at the pump and fill out your name, your phone number, because we're going to call you, and when you listen. And at some point, if you're chosen, we'll call around that time. Mm-hmm. So if you say all day, all right, well, it might be...
Could be any time.
10 after 9, could be 4:45. You don't know when it's going to be. And then check your call display. And if it says 95.5 Hits FM, you know it's us. You need to answer the phone. And the only thing you say is, I listen to 95.5 Hits FM.
No hello. No hi. No hi. I love you guys. Not like we appreciate that.
Not, oh my God, is it you guys?
Yeah.
No.
I've been waiting for this call.
Right. No.
The first words out of your mouth have to be, I listen to 95.5 Hits FM. You can talk to us after that.
Yeah.
But that has to be the very first thing out of your mouth.
Now, we've got a $50 gas card for you. Now, here's where it gets even better. If the first player that we have on Tuesday when we start double clutches and gets it wrong because they panted and wet themselves, so it was awful.
Yeah.
We're going to throw more money on the card.
So it's not 50 anymore.
Yeah.
It then becomes 100.
Yeah. And it could be 150 on Wednesday morning if later on.
Because it's twice a day, right? It's once in the morning
I think so.
And then the afternoon.
I think so.
Yeah.
But you know what? As it starts to elevate, we'll just do more. We'll have like bonus draws and stuff. So you can end up with like a 400. So don't get it wrong. But it all begins by registering. We don't do any other way. We don't pick numbers out of a mythical phone book or Google. You tell us you're listening when you listen, and then when we call you, check that display.
And you said call display. Put us in your phone.
Yeah,
so it doesn't. So you have it. So it comes up as 95. So you know, because quite often you might recognize the number, but it might come up as unknown.
Yeah.
And you don't want to take the chance.
So it's gas. It's
make
gas
us a contact, because you know what? You may want to call us later, and we'd love to hear from you.
We would love to hear from you because, for example, Beat the Bank is going to be back. Now the kids are back in school.
Beat the Bank.
Beat the Bank. This is the thing. Charity and I, mostly Charity, all Charity, has made so much money for this company. We're just giving it away.
Is that why?
Yeah, because otherwise we'd be profitable and have to pay tax. And we don't want to do that. So we'd rather give it to you with Beat the Bank vaults and gas money. Get it in, register on the website, starting on Tuesday, phrase it pays. Starting after that, I believe, Monday the 12th. Beat the Bank is going to be back for Sandra Hussey on Monday.
Yeah, the week following, because we've got a lot coming up next week.
$10,000. And again, a lot of it is going to be getting your number in and registering so that it's a new way of the world, right? So get your name in on that. Looking forward to that coming back. So that's all on the way, which is really cool.
That may be what kicks off fall for you, really.
Yeah,
all of this. It could be Beat the Bank. It's like Labor Day. Tomorrow, the first day of September. We touched on this morning. First day of September. The beginning of the month. For some, maybe when fall arrives. Beginning of school, maybe for some, when fall arrives.
Yeah.
For some, it's Labor Day. It's like the end of summer, and then the Tuesday after Labor Day, it's like, boom, go time.
Yeah, no, very true.
Kids are back to school. We've got contests running like crazy. We're doing the summer scratch cards next week. We're doing, what else are we doing? There's something else I'm missing. The Michael Bublé tickets next week. There's just a lot all of a sudden. Boom. We're throwing it all at you.
I'm going to state that the first day of school is the second biggest day of the year for New Year's resolutions.
Yes.
You do one on January 1st, and then after that, it's like, okay, you know what?
After Labor Day.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now that we're home, I'm going to do this. I'm going to eat better. I'm going to exercise more. I'm going to do whatever. I'm going to get my job done. Whatever. And I'm just as susceptible to that And I think that's what I think on you. I think after Easter, beach body, never happened. Or I'm going to stretch more before I play golf.
Going to play golf.
Didn't happen.
Going to play golf.
Didn't play golf.
Summer.
I haven't golfed since after Father's Day.
I haven't golfed at all this summer.
Oh, I thought you and your husband went. No. Was that the spring?
No, we didn't.
Didn't you guys go?
We were going to go so many times.
You were supposed to be in a tournament. Didn't you tell me? Did you lie to me and say you went?
No.
I thought you went.
We were supposed to go to some tournaments, but we haven't played.
Oh.
No, we talked about taking the kids out. We've been to the driving range, but we actually haven't played.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Very depressing.
Yeah.
But you're right. And I've said it more that we should go. I've said it more than once that this time of year, especially, and to your point, yes, absolutely, the Tuesday after Labor Day, it's like a new beginning.
Yeah,
it's like a new start. And I've already started, it's maybe about a week ago, coming up with my list of to-dos for the fall. Once the kids are back to school, I have this grand plan of all these things I'm going to do. We'll see if they get done, because much like the summer vacation.
Does this involve changing in lifestyle and habits and
no, I would just say
resolutions for the family, or no?
Projects around the house.
Okay, right.
That I would say now that the kids are back to school, I'm home by myself again, I can get them done.
Oh.
So maybe deep cleaning, maybe getting ready for the winter, doing some chores around the house to winterize. I know there's some painting I want to get done, and you don't want to do it during the summer. So now that things are cooling off and the kids are gone, I can do it without being interrupted and putter away on my own.
You're laughing about you and Wayne, looking at the pool.
Oh, yeah.
Because at the end of August, it's hot, so you don't want to get it done too soon and ruin what could be a couple of swimming days. It might still be warm
through September, but the last few years, it's proven not to be the case. Here we are.
Your poppy on Remembrance Day when you're going to shut the pool
Wayne,
off.
Taking a deep breath before he closes the pool.
See you in 4 days.
And it is always Wayne. I love him for it. But much like your Christmas lights on Thanksgiving weekend, you do it when it's warm, and it makes sense to do it, but we tend to put it off. So maybe that'll get done in September.
But we did talk this morning about some of the things that you should do before fall really does become the fall.
Yes.
And you can take advantage of it. And we talked about a few of those, including some of those outdoor projects, things like windows.
Windows, checking for leaks, maybe doing some resealing, maintenance on your air conditioner to close it up for the winter, maintenance on your furnace, changing filters, looking at your vents, maybe getting some duct cleaning done because you're going to be indoors more. Eaves is another one. We're getting that done.
Oh, the gutters. I don't like the gutters.
We're actually replacing ours because they are just...
Good for you.
They're so bad. They need to be replaced.
Are they original?
Yes. So they're
How old's
done.
The house?
Oh, easily 30 years. It's time. It was time a few years ago. But also driveway sealing. If your driveway's in need to clean up some of those cracks, like fill those, get it ready for winter.
Yep.
Fertilizing the lawn. Yeah, outdoor stuff, taking a look at your chimney and furnace, getting them ready to turn on here. It might seem kind of early, but if you do it now, then you're ready.
In the case of the driveway, you got to make an appointment.
Yes, you do.
Unless you do it yourself. But
exactly.
I'm not a very good
I'm not good at it. No, I would rather have someone else who knows what they're doing.
And the only person who has less faith in my ability to do that, I married her.
Exactly. So Wayne and I.
Best of intentions, you're not going to do that because it's going to be too expensive to fix after that.
Exactly. Let's just bite the bullet and do it now rather than pay more later.
But honey, I looked on YouTube. I know a shortcut.
I can do this.
Oh, no.
And sometimes that might even involve a trip to the hospital, which you don't want either.
Yeah, we don't want any of that. We don't want any of that.
So yeah, it may seem kind of sad to do, but at the same time, the changing of the season, or it's almost like a changing of the guard, you just get ready for the next season and
flip over for September 1st. And here we are in pumpkin season, and you and I disagree. I think it's science. You think it's social science?
I think it might just be observation as to why because for some, that's the kickoff to fall, when pumpkin season kicks off.
What's the deal with the pumpkin?
Spice season.
Pumpkin. Yeah. So a Nobel Prize winning scientist, now I'm making it up to justify why I talk about it. But there is a psychological reason behind why we love pumpkin. And because it's psychological, I think it's because it's pumpkin. Like we made it pumpkin. It could have been anything, but we decided to make it pumpkin. So number one is it only happens at one time of the year. So it's like the Christmas effect.
Christmas.
If Christmas were every day, wouldn't it be great? No, it wouldn't be special.
I'd
it's
be
every
broke.
day. Yeah, no kidding. When would we sleep?
Exactly.
I get up every morning for more. So because it only happens this time of the year, it's a little bit more excitement.
Yes.
So that's one of the reasons why we like it too, because it's universally shared. There are pictures on social media. Your friends talk about it. People buy it and bring it in the office. So you feel like if I'm not in on the pumpkin craze, I'm missing out on something. It's the FOMO of picnic, pumpkin, fear of missing out.
Yeah.
So part of that is it's a shared experience one time of the year. And the third is because, as we talked about in the podcast yesterday, smell is the sense closest linked to memory. And pumpkin has an incredibly warming and inviting smell.
Nostalgic.
It reminds you of fall, which for a lot of people, is their favorite season.
As
and
for me.
all of the memories of fall, first days of school, fall weddings.
Just the warmth and the like Halloween and Thanksgiving and everything that fall kind of incorporates and
that's right.
includes.
Families.
For sure. Yeah.
And so all of a sudden, that's why it's this psychological reason.
Really embrace the pumpkin.
Wow, pumpkin so
spice.
If it's not just because you like the latte, although
which is
you
good.
might, or the muffins,
too.
which you like, there is a psychological reason why you get into it. And so I wonder if there would be a mini revolt if it went away. Like we stopped doing it. It'd be disappointing, but then it wouldn't, because it's almost addictive because it's psychological.
Very much so. Absolutely.
So like,
I think, because I am not a fan of pumpkin. I don't like the taste of pumpkin. I'm not a pumpkin pie person. I do enjoy the aroma of it for those reasons that you touched on. But here I am enjoying a pumpkin spice donut.
I am a...
so I think I've tucked myself into it.
Yeah. I'm a bit of
ways.
A freak. Like I love pumpkin bread. Love it.
Okay.
Pumpkin pie. Love pasta. Ketchup. Tomatoes. Love pasta sauce. Yay. I'm just weird. I love tomato juice.
Yeah. But
ketchup?
But not ketchup. Well, ketchup's all sugar anyway. So
is it?
And salt. So you're okay.
So it's like, pumpkin. Oh, you must love pumpkin pie. No.
Nope.
Smell of apple pie, as I said in the podcast yesterday. That's the one. So get out there and enjoy that, because fall is around the corner, first day of September. I have lived in my home 24 years. We moved on the 1st of September, 1998.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what are you doing to celebrate?
Well, I always buy flowers, so I'm going to buy flowers for the house.
Do you really?
Yep.
I laugh because you have an anniversary for everything. Everything.
Do I really?
Yes.
Okay.
Your first date with So when it involves your wife, I kind of get.
July 12th. Yes,
exactly.
Okay.
Your first date, your first dance, I hear it a lot. There's also, but when you move to your house, I understand recognizing the date because I know when we moved into our house, but to actually celebrate it as an anniversary or bring it up and say, tomorrow's our anniversary of when we moved into our house. 24 years we've been in our house. It's like, okay. It's
funny, but let me tell you why.
Okay.
So you can feel badly that you said what you said.
I apologize now.
No, not at all. We moved here, and I was very, very conscious of the fact that my wife had a fabulous job in Stratford where she was. Now, she's a dental hygienist. So, quote unquote, she could work anywhere. Dismissive husband.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, I wouldn't think that I was, but when I look back, we were always going to move for my career. Stereotype.
Okay.
Move for the husband's career, and the wife can catch up. And I've come since to realize, even though she had great jobs, some of our best friends are the dentists that she's worked for and continue to be. I've really come to appreciate the sacrifices she made so I could do this. So when we move into the house, it's a celebration again of thanking her that we have stayed and moved up here.
So when you say you buy flowers for the house, they're really for her?
They are for her, for this home that she makes beautiful and agreed to come and live in. So
and the life that you've had in the last 24 years.
Yeah, and the house signifies that. So flowers every year.
Yeah, I do feel like
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Beep, beep, beep. Maybe we should beep that out.
Not a chance. It's a podcast. The real Charity Brown is finally emerging.
It's the coffee.
It's... So that's going on.
Well, that's not, actually, I do feel like a jerk, though, in all honesty, because that's very nice, Mark. I'm very aware of you, because not a lot of people would know that.
I can be taught.
Good. Very impressive.
However, It's funny you say that. I didn't realize I had so many of those anniversaries that I shared.
I'd say you do. Like, I know we have, because even between you and I'll be honest, I still get confused with our quote unquote anniversary, whether it was the first day I actually started here, because my first day here, Ingrid was still here.
Right.
Or was it the first day you and I were on the air, but you and I were on the air after Ingrid left, but then I went on holidays. And so when I came back, it was kind of like the official kickoff. So is that the day?
Yes,
you know it all. You have all those dates broken down.
Yeah, it's February 11th, by the way. Just write it down. It's February 11th. So write it down.
But that was so that was before I left and came back. So that's...
Yeah, we did 2 weeks together, and then you went down to Florida. And I sat in here and said, oh, my God, she's not going to last.
What have we done?
This poor young lady.
Oh, God, what have we done? That was more like it.
It's like, how can I?
So there's those dates, but then I can't, I'm on the spot here now. The things you remember, I am amazed, because I'm pretty good with dates too, but you remember everything.
The things I choose to remember and that I know I want to recollect. That's what recollections are. I can collect them quickly. I choose to. I don't know if it's an art or a talent, a gift or a skill.
It's freaky is what it is.
I choose to do it. But there are a lot of things that I don't want to remember or don't matter to me. So who cares? And they're gone. Somebody say, hey, remember last week when we... No.
Do you remember when you and I first met?
Yes, I do. I don't know the date.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say, I don't remember the date, but I do remember when you and I first met.
In Sterling. And it was
I was trying to think what year that was.
It might have been 20 years ago. Might have been. I was going to say
I think it was before I was married, so it was prior to 2009.
Yeah. So
wow, that long, eh?
Yeah, we judged the drag show.
Yeah,
Miss Sterling.
What was that called?
It was funny.
It was where men dressed up as women. I know that.
Yeah, and a beauty pageant.
And who was the third judge? There was someone else with us.
Boy, for the life.
But that's what I mean. I remember the moments. I can't necessarily always remember the dates, but you were very good at remembering dates.
Well, I think probably because in this job I need to. Like you need to remember things like these.
So there again, I've fallen down. I need to remember.
No.
Dates.
Like 9/11. Like you can't get that wrong.
That's
but there are a lot of other things, so I know what's coming up. So, for example, that's why I know June 18th is Paul McCartney's birthday, because
do you remember,
he's a major guy, and so you want to get ready on the air for these things.
Do you remember Diana?
Yes, today.
Was it today?
August 31st, 25 years ago today.
I thought it was the 28th.
No, it was the 31st.
Because they've been talking about it. It's been in the headlines for the last...
25 years ago today.
The last week.
And it was a Saturday into a Sunday morning, and I'll never forget that because I was in church on Sunday morning, and the priest brought up about, prayers for what went on for Buckingham Palace for Diana without even kind of alluding to her death. What
happened?
And you could tell the people who were there who were camping are looking around like, what happened? Or hadn't had the TV on pre-internet, would have the TV on after 10 o'clock at night when it was all coming down. Had no idea. That's
just one of those moments I remember too. Yeah. But again, I can't remember the exact day. I know it was this time of year, but I always get the date mixed up.
Yeah, around 31st of August.
That's crazy.
So, crazy.
25 years. Wow.
Flies by. Yeah, that was 97. So there'll be a lot on social media about that today.
There is a lot on social media.
On television and certainly over in Britain. For the next little while, of course.
Well, the lead up to it, too. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off on it.
No, but that's...
But yeah, that's one of those moments.
Yeah, because there was no internet when I started. I had to be the internet for me, so I had to remember a lot of stuff. I just chose to do that so I could always be prepared.
And it's not just for work. Mark remembers everything.
And all the Capitals. We played the Capitals game with Jimmy Hollywood this morning, all the American Capitals.
You and your Capitals.
I don't know.
And then he tried to stump you with the capital. Where's the capital? How did he put it? What's
your capital?
Yeah, what's your capital?
Oh, I don't know.
For the province or the country, Jimmy?
Yeah.
How about you tell us?
Yeah, really.
What's our capital?
Yeah. So
Toronto and Ottawa.
Sacramento, California. Come on,
See,
give me
I can't do the states. His question was Michigan, and I would have said Detroit, but it's not.
It's Lansing.
And I don't even know where that is.
Ohio, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
North Dakota.
North Dakota is... No, Pierre.
I don't even know what that is.
Pierre, South Dakota. North Dakota. Bismarck, North Dakota.
Why do you know that?
Because somebody needed to know it, so I looked it up, and now I know it.
But you know all 50.
I know all 50, yeah. I just love it. It's fun. It's geography. When we cross the state line, when we travel with the kids, oh my gosh, it's their nightmare. Ready? What's the population of this state?
And you can do Canada too, right?
I can do Canada. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's not as interesting.
Well, as long as you can do Canada too.
Yeah.
It would be, I think, disappointing if you knew all 50 and didn't know Canada.
William Lyon Mackenzie King once said that Canada is long on geography and short on history.
Yeah.
Because we think of America as American history. That's big. Their geography is okay.
It's
but
exciting.
Canada's opposite. Yeah.
I find American and European history, it's exciting. Canadian history is as important as it is to know.
Right.
Just doesn't seem as exciting.
We also don't have a lot of it. It's only 150 years.
But there is a lot here to learn.
A ton. I'm not downplaying it. But again, when we live beside the sleeping giant who's had civil wars and who knows what else is going on, and you tend to get. But I mean, again, I grew up in Windsor, so I had a lot of American influence anyway, and so I began to learn that stuff because I was fascinated by it. Yeah.
Well, it is very fascinating.
So anyway, that's what we got this morning.
Bum, bum, bum.
And it's going to be a fun Throwback Thursday tomorrow. Wayne's not allowed to vote. If we take Wayne's out, am I in the lead?
No.
Okay, Wayne's vote really doesn't matter.
Every vote matters.
Okay.
But removing his will not affect.
Okay. Right, good to know.
Affect where
know.
We're at. But yeah, coming up tomorrow, Throwback. We're also going to talk about the Song of Summer. Yep. It's an interesting conversation because there's always a bit of debate going on. What is the Song of Summer? This is according to Spotify. So this is the song that was most streamed this summer. I am over the moon. I think it's wonderful.
I think it is
I wouldn't have guessed it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
I think it's eye-opening that the song that was number one in America is not the same as the number one song around the world. When we hear about like Elton John and Britney Spears, Hold Me Closer is number one in 40 countries. It's a universal thing. But when North America goes one way and the rest of the world goes another, it reminds us that two things. Well, the number one thing really is that we're not the world. Sometimes we think we're the world.
Well,
whatever
the states definitely think they're
the Western world. We're the world. We have the best economy. Like we're the world. And then you take a look at preferences around the world, and it's like, no, there's really a lot of the world that goes a whole other direction and really doesn't care what we think. And
which is kind of refreshing too, in a lot of ways.
For sure. And when you take a look, and I kick myself for not guessing the world number one. I kept throwing titles out.
I thought for sure you'd have that one.
Obvious.
Kind of was for you.
Yeah.
It's
like, how did I
You're
miss
naming
that?
songs, and I'm thinking, really?
Like, how are you
what
missing
was it? It was Ed Sheeran.
I said Bad Habits. No. I said Hold My Hand.
Well, and Bad Habits, I think, is a year old already.
I don't know. I still listen to it.
See, and I feel that way with Justin Bieber and Kid Laroi. I still listen to Stay. That to me still.
For sure.
We put it up on our socials to get your thoughts on what you think should be the song of the summer as we head into September tomorrow.
So I'll have that on the way. Throwback also on the way. Oh, Galaxy of Games tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. It is an amazingly different Who Let the Dogs Out tomorrow. This woman's trying to get this dog to talk, and if you listen carefully, the dog does talk. It sounds exactly like as close as a dog can say that she's trying to get the dog to say.
It is scary how close this dog comes
Name the breed of the dog, not name the dog, because it'd be Max. We've learned that. It's always going to be Max.
From here on out, it's going to be Max.
Every dog that we do with Max. We're going to play that tomorrow morning, 7:15. Going to be a good time.
And then
we'll find out Serena Williams plays tonight, whether that will be her final match. If she falls to number 2, that's it for her career. But what a storied career it was. So we'll have that for you coming up tomorrow morning. Yeah, on the court. Yeah.
On the court.
Next money-making ventures around the corner.
Absolutely it is.
No doubt. Mark and Charity Coffee Podcast, wherever you get your favorite podcasts, here we are daily, Monday through Friday. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning on the first day of September. We won't disappoint with September Morn. We'll have it ready for you on 95.5 Hits FM. Talk to you then.